probably?
I would assume. Yes, sir, I would.
Did you know your dad was calling us?
I did. He did inform me of this. Yes, sir.
Do you have a couple minutes, or would it be another time better to talk to you?
I'm laying on the bed, so I got all the time in the world, man.
You're not hunting today at all?
No, sir. No, we got with another outfitter, Dirty Bird Outfitters. So they told us, we'll come today. They're gonna scout for us today, and then we're gonna hunt tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. So, I guess, would you be willing to cooperate with us and provide us information on what happened?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, your dad explained to me that he booked the hunt for the two of you.
Correct.
What's today? Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Day number
3.
It hasn't been going well.
At all. So, for starters, like we said in the ending of the first video, basically the guide showed up late, 4 hours late, at 1:30 in the morning. Next day, really didn't want to do much. Wanted to just drive around and scout, so we wasted pretty much 2 days. Yesterday, we went and hunted. Yeah, we drove around, essentially. And it just didn't feel right. What we felt like we were doing was very unsportsmanlike. It felt like just kind of poaching, borderline. It really didn't feel good. Now, the laws out here might be different from where we are. We're from Florida, so it might be different here in North Dakota than it is back home. But I personally feel like what we were doing was just kind of cheating, and it felt kind of garbage. And then
I feel like jumping out of the car and truck, or jumping out of the trucks, shooting into ponds that are on other people's property.
was kind of wrong.
It doesn't feel right.
No. So, some other stuff happened. Just a whole lot of laziness. Didn't really feel motivated. Our guide was pretty. I'm not gonna say names, but he was pretty garbage.
God.
Yeah. Again with the guide thing, and
with no license in
the state of North Dakota.
Has one in Ohio though.
But that's hugely frowned upon. So that's really why there hasn't been any content in this moment, because we've been trying to figure it out. We actually just got hooked up with Dirty Bird Outfitters out of, what town are they in? I don't really know, but it's in North Dakota. Dirty Bird Outfitters, you look it up, you can go there. They have been more than accommodating already, actually probably as double as accommodating as in the first 30 minutes that we were there than this guy for 3 days. So the rest of our hunting's going to be done through them. They seem to be a little more well connected, and the moment you pull up, I mean, they've got 5 or 6 trailers full of decoys, mud boats with blinds hooked up to them, four-wheeler side-by-sides, layout blinds, lay it out, a barn that's just their cleaning barn. So, I mean, our guy showed up with the wrong decoy bag.
First off, how you show up with a wrong decoy bag?
Drive 3 states away, maybe more, and didn't check it before you left.
He pulled a panther out of it.
He pulled the black silhouette of a panther out, and I'm like, brother, we're in North Dakota. I don't think they got panthers. I mean, I could be wrong.
We're duck hunting.
Yeah, and his excuse for that was, this will tell you. He said, oh, well, if there's ducks landing on the other side of the pond, not on my side, I put the panther on the other side, and they just come over to my side because they think that thing's trying to get them. You walked over to the other side of the pond anyway, why don't you just sit there? It seems like a whole lot of NASA science going on.
I don't even think the dude brought a pair of waders with him.
He didn't.
He didn't even put decoys out.
No.
We had to put the decoys out.
We had to put the decoys out. We had to ask to put decoys out.
Only the 1 dozen.
Yeah, 1 dozen decoys is all we put out. And a couple, the last little bit we were there, only just a couple snows and Canadas.
One mojo.
That
he bought there.
And he bought here and got a couple windsocks. That's really it. So if you're following along, you can kind of gather that this guy was pretty much out to get us. Got us for our money. Kudos to him, it worked. However, if you're an outfitter in any state, don't do that. Don't do that. That's some annoying shit. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't say that.
You can't after the first 30 seconds of the video. I think. I don't know. YouTube's weird. We'll edit that out. Maybe. I don't know. Just, you get the point. Like, don't do that to people. It's just wrong. I wouldn't want that done to me. I wouldn't do that to somebody else. But I knew from when he pulled up and just how he acted, because I've been on deer hunts with guides. It's happened. You know, you get gar-holed. You get kind of screwed in some ways. And this guy from the get-go was out to get us. And
It's not a good way to do business. Not a good way to treat people, especially when they're driving.
And karma sucks. Like, that's going to come back
flying
to get,
from out of state.
Yeah. And he said, you know, he told us in advance he wasn't guiding us, but yet kind of what he told us when he got there, until I brought up the point of, well, where's all this guiding at? You know, you're supposed to be guiding us to these private places. However, he never took us to a private place. All these places were just people's property.
Hey, look at them all out there. Sheesh.
So it wasn't even really private. His logic behind it was, if it wasn't posted, you could hunt it. Sure. Then again, I don't want somebody hunting in my cow pasture. I don't want somebody hunting in my backyard.
If there's a fence, you would assume that it's...
Yeah, it didn't matter. He was crossing it. That, from me growing up in the cattle industry, you cross a fence, man, that's a whole different ball game. Like, you've actively committed a crime at that point, in my opinion. So it just looking at it from the outside looking in, from you guys looking in, it might seem like, well, y'all are kind of over exaggerating about it or whatever. We didn't feel good about it, so we came to these guys, and these guys, they've already got it hooked up. Look forward to the rest of the videos going on, or video, or however many we're going to make out of this trip. But I think from now on, we're going to absolutely smoke them. These guys seem absolutely more than prepared, more than absolutely knowledgeable about everything. I mean, I came here to do more than just hunt. I came here to learn a little bit, stuff I could take back home and kind of play with in our industry. He blew another tire.
I think he moved it across the other side.
Yeah. So these guys feel like I gotta learn a lot more from them. I felt like I knew double what the other guy knew.
We had to go find our own places
to hunt.
And we did somewhat decent. We had more action
than
when we walked away and did our own thing.
Because they would set up here. We'd sit there we'd see 5 ducks maybe, and then we would get up and walk about halfway down wherever, and man, we would just have to beat them off with a stick.
Good, what, half mile?
Yeah, I mean, about that. And it just all varied about ducks getting higher or distance wise. They were just out of shotgun range or whatever, but we saw them. We were getting activity. Versus when you were sitting with him, I don't care if this guy had a 400 bird spread out there. I don't think he could kill a single duck. I don't think he knew what he was doing. Now, some of the other guys that were with us were decent dudes. They were, you know, seemed like they had done all right in their hometowns.
The guy we were hanging out with when we shot all the redheads, which I'll probably post a couple of those pictures in this video. Because, I mean, we did get some ducks, but it was a 7-man limit, but that's...
Of just redheads.
Just redheads.
2 birds apiece.
2 birds apiece, that's all.
That's it. So
that's literally all we've gotten this whole trip so far. You know, we've been seeing birds, but he can't put us on any.
No. I mean, we would see 1,000 geese in a field. All right, in my opinion, if we're breaking the law, let's go ahead and break it. You know, if I didn't see a posted sign, and you see 1,000 geese in a field,
that doesn't work for me.
Well, yeah, works for me.
I can't do that.
Just somebody call Jeff and tell him I'm not gonna be there.
I could, but you know.
But if what he's saying we're doing is right, and you can do it that way, then you got 1,000 geese in the field. Why don't we jump out and creep over towards them, get on the top of the hill, get on them? He'd drive right by like we were bird watching. He'd slow down in the middle of the highway and just stare at them, and then just keep on driving.
I can understand doing that if you're gonna scout and then hunt that field the next day.
Correct. This guy had no intentions.
We put drop pins and then just hunt completely somewhere different.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of putting a drop pin on one spot
and then going to Timbuktu,
going the complete opposite way of where you just saw? There had to have been, what, 1,000 geese in that field?
Oh, man.
We didn't even hunt the field.
No.
We go to a pond across town. Like, man, I'm here to shoot ducks and geese.
Yeah, man. Like, I have no worries about that with Dirty Bird at all.
Spirit Wood, that's where it's at. Spirit Wood, North Dakota.
Yep. Spirit Wood, North Dakota, Dirty Bird Outfitters. They are, I would say, probably, now I can't really advocate for some of the other ones out there. I'm sure there's some other great ones. However, these people were absolutely accommodating. Their lodge is baller. Their setup is
nice.
Pimp. I mean, it's as good as you can get. And they seem very knowledgeable. I mean, in their area. I mean, you're driving around, it's nothing but people's good quality cornfields, hay fields, stuff like that. And I mean, there's geese flying into it right now.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but that's all geese in that field.
Yeah.
We would see that to hunt that field and then go hunt on a pond 45 minutes the opposite way. How you gonna pass that up?
Because we saw one mallard sitting on it. He was just passing by. Like, stopped to get a drink of water and kept on going. Like,
just doesn't quite make sense.
And keep in mind, we paid to hunt private property, okay? Now, in his defense, or whatever, he could say, oh, well, we got on private property to hunt this giant lake that we hunted this morning. And are we going to add some of the clips of that in there? What we hunted this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you'll see, it's a huge lake. It's a public lake.
We were pretty much hunting the boat down.
We were hunting the boat ramp.
Yep. That one's gone. What are we doing, Kagan?
A whole lot of nothing. Just had access to the boat ramp through this guy's cow pasture.
But you don't have to have permission to go through the cow pasture.
Correct. Just drive through it. I mean, there's definitely something wrong with that to me. So, with that being said, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get off my high horse. From now on, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm over really worried about it. I'm not gonna let it ruin the rest of our trip and vacation for sure. We're past that. That guy.
We're in a good place now.
Yeah. That guy. He needs to get in trouble for it one time. Get a good slap on the wrist, or maybe a new pair of shiny bracelets. Because what he's doing to people is absolutely wrong.
The green trouser boys.
The green trouser boys. So, yeah. That's here nor there. So yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the video. I would say there's gonna be some dope stuff. Definitely
some ducks getting killed.
Cinematic montages of ducks falling randomly.
I don't think my editing skills are that good yet.
No, they're good. They're good, dude. They're good. But yeah, stay tuned.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.